Hello everybody, welcome once again to BND Live, the Dungeons & Dragons live stream where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons & Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Stephen as Finric the Monk. That's not right. We have Stephen as Dromm the Sorcerer, Tim as Vinny the Rogue, Erin as Lily the Fighter, and Nakul as Sir Pen the Paladin will be joining us, hopefully shortly. I am Shawn, your ever-faithful, humble, and confused DM, and this is BND Live. Pickle. Hello, we're back. Let's give a recap, okay? A little recap. It was DePaul. He said goodbye to Burma and Bunkle. He got 3 reindeer for a little bit of a deal, and 3 sleds, some provisions, lots of silvered weapons, and a nice meal and some drinks. And some information about the dragon, or rather the lack of information about the dragon. But you head out on the trail, which is marked by larch folds, although you quickly leave that trail and sort of just head as the crow flies. There was some talk of asking birds where the dragon lives, and getting... Wait. No. You didn't actually leave then. You found out about the trail. That's what it was, right? Because you didn't leave yet. Because you got to know your reindeer with some speak with animals and some originally failed animal handling checks, and then you got to know him over the night. Right, because the next morning to Saul, Vinny soaks himself in pig's blood. Can't forget that. And then leaves with the rest of you. So you go west an hour, and then you head off trail north-northwest. A huge snowstorm, however, blows up, and visibility drops. You continue, though, and set up camp as best you can that night. Lily in her Yeti onesie, Vinny covered in dried blood, and a snow leopard attacks. First going after the reindeer. You fight it off, however. And then Lily, riding Ostrid, goes and retrieves the deer. So that's good. The next morning, to Gaul, you hike and reach a giant crevasse and end up going west along its southern shore until evening, when some further discussion of spells that can create water and cold fireballs. Well, they result in a frozen bridge, which you all walk across with your deer. And you continue going north a bit before setting up camp, go to sleep. So you wake up the next morning, all having had a long rest. And it is a beautiful sunny day. You're in the middle of the snowy wilderness of just above central Torren. What would you like to do?
I mean, are there any landmarks that we should be heading towards?
Yeah, landmarks. You look around. Way off in the distance now, after a couple days of hiking, you can see the Averska Mountains rising up to the east. To the south, of course, there's the crevasse, which is still visible as a sort of shadow on the relatively flat terrain. And then looking to the west, as far as you can see, it's just snow-covered terrain. To the north, we didn't talk about the north. Let's talk about the north. There's some snow to cover to the north.
So it's snow everywhere.
Snow everywhere.
Right.
Cold.
Now, we walked a little bit off course to even get to where we are, right? Because it took us a while to realize that we could bridge.
Yeah, so the when you say off course, do you mean off your northwest course? Then yes. Yeah. If you want to pick that up, you'd go north from here. Yeah, basically the larch pole, like the one real trail, sort of goes along the southern edge of Torin, and at one point branches off to go down to Gosnald and Oxnard. So you're definitely far off that trail.
Got it.
You're in the center of Torin, basically.
Okay. Well, then it seems like, yeah, we should head north. Like if we previously headed unduly west because of the crevasse.
The crevasse. Yeah, Lily, who's been sort of keeping track on her parchment, like she said she wanted to, falls onto the map there. So yeah, you guys headed basically northwest from here, and then west, and then a little north. So the crevasse is not marked on this map, but it'd basically be along the top of the word Torin there.
Can I look around and see what my elf eyes can see?
Vinny, what do your elf eyes see?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, no sweat. Perception buns off. All right. 9.
9.
Mhm.
That's not that high.
You're looking in the wrong way, Vinny.
Pretty sure I know what I'm gonna see.
There might be some like scrub trees up to the north a little bit. There's some kind of smudge on the horizon up there.
All right, there's a smudge over there that I think I see. Only I can see with my elf eyes. You guys with your commoner's eyes can't see it.
Vinny, why are you looking at my map? That smudge is just where my hand hit the pen. Look at the actual like horizon line.
It's a little early. I feel like it's early. I was having trouble looking around. All right, now, okay. Now I see what you mean. Going back to bed.
It is a beautiful day. There's really good visibility, but yeah.
Can we wait for the snow to melt?
I think maybe it's the
shining?
snow blindness. A little bit of snow blindness, maybe. Maybe that's what's going on.
I think that's it. That's definitely
A
it.
little snow blindness. It's the best of us.
How powerful is Mage Hand? Can I can cast it and it can move really quickly, right? Can I just have it just go brrrr and start clearing the snow all out of here?
Mage hand to clear snow.
Can I make Turbofan Mage Hand?
Does it mention its strength?
Yeah, it can move like 10 pounds. But 10 pounds, a little bit at a time.
Yeah,
it can start.
sure, yeah.
Around.
Yeah, if you want to continually cast Mage Hand, you could because how long does it last?
1 minute.
Yeah, so you could, you could cast it every minute. Might be a little
I
mentally
want the
draining.
snow, guys. I will have this cleared out before the afternoon.
We have reindeer and sled. I don't know if this is a problem.
I'm just trying to get a feel for the terrain, and so far all I see is snow.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah, I mean, without it actively snowing, because the day is nicer. The reindeer, there's definitely some fresh powder, but with Mage Hand, clearing away the reindeer, they're pretty smart, and they're pulling you over some good snow, and your sleds are making some good time. So you're heading north at a pretty good pace.
All right, I know what to do. So we want a dragon to come out. So what do you do to get a dragon come out? You get a virgin and sacrifice them, or at least you tie them to a stake or something. You leave them out there, and the dragon shows up because it just loves that stuff. All right, so do we have any volunteers here? Fess up. Who hasn't done it?
Lily gets like really low in the sled.
Get the stake.
Get the what? Oh, the
You're gonna tie her to a stake. It'll just be pretend, but the dragon's gonna know, and it's gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, here we are. The villagers have started doing this again, and so we'll just shackle you up to a stake, and we'll hide in the snow. We'll keep them loose so you can slip out, and as soon as he gets here, bing, bam, boom.
I understand this better than most of your plans.
I mean, it's not terrible, but
You have to yell like,
Eh,
"Oh no! I was the chosen one in my village, and I'm being sacrificed. Help!"
But there doesn't seem to be a sign of a dragon anywhere around. Like, you guys know what happens to a dragon's lair. Lily doesn't, but from what Agnes, I guess, has mentioned, it should be kind of protected. So maybe we should look for an area that looks like it's in fog or has some kind of shrouded mist around it.
I've seen or heard of places where there have been fog clouds, and normally when you get to the bottom of it, there was a stupid wizard that was the cause of it.
Well, I would settle for anything that's not just like flat snow for as far as I can see.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe
okay.
we should be looking for something that looks like it is, a fog bank.
I found your smudge.
All right, then
Well,
let's
my elf eyes.
let's head towards the smudge.
Heading toward the smudge. You head toward the smudge. After a few hours, it is in fact a small copse of sturdy, resilient trees, and among them, as you get closer, you see some what look like seabirds. Birds that you would see near the sea.
We're pretty far north then, because if we look at my map here, this is where we started, and I know that there's going to be water at the top of Torin. If we're seeing seabirds, we're either very far east, very far west, or very far north.
Or these birds are lost, and we're fine.
Well, maybe the birds can fly pretty far away from the water. I mean, we saw birds when we were scooting around the Isles of Toulouse and off the coast of, Swabia.
You think we're by the sea?
Well, those seabirds tell me such.
Sir Penn pipes up and says, "I can speak with animals." And but he
That would
casts
be
it.
super helpful.
He casts it on Dromm. So Dromm, you can speak with animals now.
I thought finally he could speak with Dromm.
Hello.
Ow.
Have you seen any? Wait. What do I want to ask it?
Fish.
Have you seen fish?
You got fish?
Do I have fish? I'll tell you what.
This
no.
day also one was talking to you. Now there's like more perked up and looking at
Mine?
So although I don't have any fish, I do have these salted walnuts.
you.
Have you ever had a salted walnut?
You hold it out.
We have French fries.
Flies onto your hand and takes it. And it's not shelled?
I mean, I assume if it's salted, it's probably shelled.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it bites into it. Does it like a salted walnut? That is a great question. Let's let the dice decide. Not as good as fish. Some of the others fly up and try the bits that it drops on the ground.
I have apples. Birds like apples. Seabirds.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I could conjure a fish.
Oh, you're not going to taste good.
So we just want to ask about potential play. I'm talking to my friends, not the birds. Like the birds don't now speak common, right? Like I'm
No, only you can speak to the birds.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, is Dromm now speaking bird to us though? Because that's all.
No, I'm speaking common.
He's just sitting at us going like.
So, so I'm just gonna ask. I don't need to. Should I ask? Should I say the D word, or should I just ask for, if they're aware of places that might seem like a lair or fortress, or that's to Lily and to Vinny.
Oh. I don't know if a bird would know about fortress, but they would definitely know about like place like clouds, but close to the ground.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking for
Fish?
if we see any, we'll let you know.
Thanks.
But in the meantime, what we're looking for is sort of like a clouded region, like sort of like a misty area, like sort of like low level fog, something like seems like a place that seems a little mysterious, like it might have some secrets. Do you know any place like that?
Ocean have fog, and land has fog. Yeah, and freezing rain. And fog and freezing rain.
Is there a place you know that has fog like all the time?
All the time. Yep. You know that place too, huh?
Oh, I'm looking for it. Where is that place?
Oh, I wouldn't recommend going there.
Well, I know it might not be the safest place to go, but unfortunately, we have business there.
You're dry. You're looking to get wet.
Is there a place other than the ocean that has fog a lot?
Oh, this isn't the ocean. This is the land.
Oh, okay. I mean,
we're flying south. That time of year. But
gotcha. Can you point me in the direction of the place that you're talking about?
Oh, it's and it points with his beak. It's like, yeah, that way. The direction you're going, basically north.
And I point and make sure that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get there real quick if you fly.
How far if you don't fly, do you think?
Well, like hopping?
Somewhere in between.
In between. A day?
All right, so he thinks it's about a day's journey, and it's this way, and could be less than a day, or it could be a lot more. Not really sure. How much is it by if I could fly? How fast could I get there?
About half a day.
It's gonna take 2 days to get there, guys. Okay. That's very helpful. And you guys are flying south, so once we're done, I don't know. Who knows? Once we're done with our business, perhaps we'll see you somewhere in southern parts, and we'll all have fish together.
Sure. Yeah. We'll look for fish. You look for fish. We'll share fish.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I have the horn of conjure animals. If I think hard enough, maybe I could conjure a bunch of floppy fish. But if they eat them, they're not real, right?
That's interesting. They're fey, which I don't know if they'd leave corpses. Probably also the case that you wouldn't conjure fish.
Oh, okay.
Very low probability. Although I guess, have you attuned to it?
He did, because he got those badgers.
Well, that doesn't mean I tuned to it. That just means I blew it, right? Badger showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, if you attune to it, you'll have more control over what you summon.
Okay, I will definitely start that process from this point forward. Mm-hmm. All right. So this direction, Dromm, is it downhill?
Oh, it's all downhill from here. Sorry, I see what you mean. Well, it's this way, right? So, I don't know.
Basically flat.
It's basically, yeah. So
So here's another idea. We could try and make a sled, and I can blow this conjure animal thing again.
Wait, why do we need to make a sled?
You already have 3 sleds.
I meant another sled, so we have
Yep.
4. And then I could blow this conjure animal thing, and it could pull our sleds.
Well,
Whatever shows up.
why don't we
Hopefully.
do that with our existing sleds, and that way
Right.
it'll make it easier on this beast of burden that you're summoning.
Yeah, well, maybe we get there faster. I don't know. I just want to blow this damn horn.
Don't you want to blow it when we could actually use it when fighting the dragon?
Well, not a floppy fish coming.
Well, you only get one, like, remember you got the badgers, and then after that it just went. Mwah. So you want to use it when you need it to count.
Okay, right.
True.
I give Vinny back his Vuvuzela.
No, I don't need it. I got this new one.
I take Vinny's Vuvuzela back.
That's yours.
Now,
yours
can-
now.
Can he use the horn as a regular horn?
Oh, that's a
without
good question.
intent of conjuring?
Every time but the first time.
Like, because
I think if you're
use,
attuned to it, yes. If you're attuned to it, I'll say yes.
yeah, because I
You have
can
more
use
control
my,
over it.
Agnes can use her animals without turning into a polymorph.
Oh, yeah.
Right, just not
Those
putting it
animals.
on the base.
Mhm.
It's like the connection with the base. Otherwise, it just roars or makes a
Makes the animal noise.
wah, wah sound.
The dying giraffe.
Like a dying
Like a-
giraffe.
like a
Well, I
dying
mean,
giraffe.
there's one's a zebra and one's I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's-
shall we head that way?
All right, you bid farewell to your seabird friends and continue heading north, slightly west, in the direction that the bird said. The smudge that was the copse of trees sort of disappearing to the south of you as you continue on in the. It is bright, like it is. It's still, the air is still cold, but the sun is sort of dazzling, and you
Again,
make
snow
your way.
blindness.
Yeah, snow blindness. The day continues uneventfully. You have some food for lunch, and you continue north. Actually, one of you roll a d20 for me, please.
Ooh. Wait.
Do it. Roll a good one.
Oh yeah.
Five.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
Feels lucky.
Five,
prime.
yeah, 5. 5 is prime. That's what I base my decisions on. Yeah, no, you continue. You're making good time. The deer, the snow pack has gotten firmer underneath. You're making great time, and just cruising. The sun is setting earlier though, this far north, and of course in the winter. And so you get to a point where you feel like the light is failing, and you have to make a decision. Are you going to keep going in the dark, or are you going to camp?
I think we should camp. I don't know if we want to approach the dragon in the dark.
I agree.
Sure. Let's camp.
All right.
Do we have to do a cold camp? No fire?
Oh, fine with me.
Well, we don't have. Oh, we should have gotten wood at the trees. Could we have thought about that?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, are you looking to chop down, or just take some loose branches?
Yeah, just whatever enough that we could have had a small fire.
Sure.
It doesn't
yeah.
have to last all night, just enough for us to get to sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. You got that. You got a little fire.
Okay.
That's warm now. Not in all the snow.
Yeah, no, it's just it's the snowpack is pretty deep here.
Can we make an igloo? I mean, that would probably take a long time,
One
but
night. I don't know
I
about
know
that.
for one night.
could conjure one, 3 foot by 3 foot.
No, leave in the tiny hut.
Curl up inside it for an hour until it fades. You guys bundle up again for another night. Vinny, as the one not immune to cold / wearing a Yeti onesie, can you give me another Constitution save?
Yes. Too easy. Give me something difficult.
Oh.
21! Nat 20 plus 1.
Amazing. Amazing.
I was born in the snow. Not true.
All right, you guys hunker down. The night passes uneventfully.
He says that with some disappointment.
Uneventfully. No, it's good. It's good. You wake up in the morning. Guess what day it is?
It's dark.
Oh no!
It's dark. Amazing.
Amazing. Dragon Radiant Arcana.
It's because it's of the 6-day week.
Worst. Yeah, it is. It's a little overcast, but not actively snowing or anything. So you break camp. You get the sleds all tied it up and ready to go. You feed the reindeer somewhere the feed that you'd bought from Red Run. And you continue heading in the direction that the seabirds confidently pointed you in. And you travel for about half a day. And then Vinny's elven eyes. So the sky is cloudy. Sky's cloudy. But you see in the distance, Vinny, where the cloud sort of comes down and melds into the white of the snow. So it's gray above, the snow's whitish grayish, and then there's just basically all gray, but you can sort of tell that there's just like, it's connected in this one area. Looks like there's some kind of fog or precipitation of some kind.
These elf eyes see something, some fog.
It's a little off the course that you were going, so you could deviate to get it. But the birds were pretty accurate.
April the 25th, 11:54 p.m. 6 minutes till midnight.
Oh boy, not that scary fog. It's a good fog with a dragon in it. All right,
yeah, that's not scary.
We want to go over there. I can see it.
You guys head toward the odd weather formation. The frozen tundra spreading out all around you. As you get closer and closer, you see this area. Maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles. Large area. You get to sort of the border of it, and the chill that you felt to varying degrees intensifies as you get within the foggy, sometimes freezing rain, sometimes just fog. You slow your pace a little. The reindeer, not super happy. They're looking a little hesitant to keep going. Astaroth's acting a little weird too.
Well, I don't know if we should actually just full-blown enter into this area, or if we should maybe try to draw the dragon out.
Plan sacrifice?
We could, if you want to do that,
Plan sacrifice.
make it look as though you're sacrificing me.
Is it a good idea though to try to fight the dragon sort of just in open flat?
Well, it's better than fighting the dragon in its lair.
We don't know what its lair looks like. It's just a fog cloud.
Yeah, but he'll have home field advantage.
But I don't have gusts. I'd get rid of that fog cloud. I cast Mage Hand again to do Turbofan.
It doesn't do too much. Control weather. Control weather would do it, but that's not a.
Control flames.
I don't think that's a spell any of you have yet.
Okay. Well.
We'll say you guys are sort of on the outskirts of the cloud then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially if the reindeer don't want to get too close, we're probably off to the side planning.
If we do plan sacrifice, the dragon will definitely come out, in which case we will have to fight it. But we don't want to do that with Sir Pen in his comatose state right now, right? I've looked at him a few times. He doesn't seem like he's paying attention.
Yeah, he's like communing or meditating or
Something's going on.
I don't know. Some weird triton fish thingy.
I mean, I already stole his wallet like twice.
Oh, why didn't we just give Sir Pen to the birds? It's part fish.
Whoa. Ow.
You're like, yeah, he's a fish.
You could circumnavigate the.
Yeah, we could see how big it is in the
Okay.
meantime.
All right.
Okay.
You
See if there's any. Also, we'll see if there's any features
mhm.
around it, or if it's just like snow all around.
Yeah.
All right, Lily starts marking it in her
Mhm.
map.
Yeah. You want to go clockwise or counterclockwise?
I
Definitely.
feel like I don't know.
Did you say counter, Dromm?
Oh, either one is fine.
Oh. Anti-clockwise.
Yes, neither clockwise or counterclockwise.
Anti-clockwise
we want
it
to go
is.
anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
You proceed anti-clockwise around. Oh, complete just gave up on that. It's pretty large. After about 25 minutes, you do see some darker shadows of something just inside the fog. Structure of some kind.
Seems like a structure, not like a big rock, or we just can't tell.
Seems like it's straight up and down. If it is natural, it's unnatural.
Man-made or dragon-made?
Only one way to find out.
Well, I think it's probably man-made that the dragon took over.
Yeah, because the dragon can't make it. It's smart and it can breathe fire, but it's not gonna pick up tools and like build a wall.
No, maybe he makes man make it.
So still man-made, dragon-made.
I mean, how close to the ocean are we now? Like, can we smell salt air or?
Give me a perception check.
Assuming salt air.
Ooh, I got a 16.
I got 14.
No hint of salt on the air.
I don't think we're near the sea.
Okay.
Do you guys see the shadows in there? It's like structures.
Do I see them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I see him too.
Who said that?
Must have been ostrich.
What's going on?
Sir Pen shakes his trident.
We got. Do we want to go take a peek at that, or do we just mark it on your map?
Well, I can certainly mark it. I can try to draw the shapes as best as I can. Like, if this shape looks bigger versus this shape looks smaller, wider, closer, further. If that's something that is obvious enough to do.
It's vaguely building shape. You'd probably have to go closer to really see.
Shall we get closer? No, sir, please.
I am kind of curious.
No, sir. All right. I slither closer.
All right.
Are you slithering on your belly? Because, I mean, that's kind of how slithering happens.
It's just how I walk.
You can
Lily.
leave the reindeer outside and go in on your own.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
mark our spot with the
I
reindeer.
can stay with the reindeer if they want to go closer. Or if Penn wants to stay with the reindeer.
Ooh, there you go. Penn stays with the reindeer. You guys head in. The freezing rain that occasionally falls as you go in sort of made a crusty top to the snow, and you hear it crunch underneath your boots as you walk toward the shadowy structure of some kind, which you quickly come to realize is castle. Though it is a castle that has seen better days. A turret on the corner has been knocked completely over, and you see the large stones of it spread across the tundra from it. The central keep has a large gaping wound in it, where the stones have been sort of knocked from its structure to the arguably the inside the keep below, or the courtyard below. And you sort of walk around a little bit, and you find the central gate, portcullis, ripped from its socket, rusting almost all the way through, lying on the ground nearby. A sort of a slight dip in the snow, all that's left from perhaps a moat from when the castle was in its prime. Would you like to go inside the castle walls?
That bird say we were going to get wet.
It's a mix of fog and freezing rain.
Okay.
It's damper than no weather.
Well, here's the thing. If it's fog and freezing rain, it's got to be less than freezing in here. So is it warmer?
Well, is it warmer? I mean, there's still snow on the ground.
Okay. So it's just slightly below the freezing point.
It's like you'd prefer it to be snow, so you wouldn't be like
wet.
Yeah, like it's making you colder. Definitely miserable.
I mean, it's a good cold though.
Is it?
Astrath looks at you quizzically.
I think we all look at him. It's cold, man.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
I could do without it.
I would like it to be a little warmer.
Yeah, not too much warmer though.
Like long sleeves, but not a jacket.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough.
Or coat. Would they even talk about jackets? Yeah, they would have jackets. It just, yeah, there would definitely be jackets.
Plenty of jackets.
All right. Yeah. What do we want to do here?
You could enter. You could do some investigation, whatever you want.
I just don't want to go too far in, or possibly trigger some kind of alarm.
An alarm. Well, look around for those tiny little signs in the garden. It says this castle protected by blah. I don't know if it's alarmed.
By Torin Tech.
The Serpent.
Well, I mean, I guess, Dromm, if you want to message Sir Penn and let him know that we're going closer and that he should be ready to fight at any moment.
Done.
Okay, we're gonna fight. We're about to stir up a dragon, Sir Penn. Get ready.
We're going to poke the hornet's nest. We're going to see if the hornet actually comes out or not. Are we going to be able to run out of this area fast enough?
A pretty good bearing on where you came from.
Okay. Can we see where we came from? Like, can we see in the distance?
No,
Are-
you're pretty much surrounded by fog now. You could retrace your footprints.
Okay.
Rusty snow.
Crusty jokes.
No.
Exciting time.
All right, you pass tentatively, slowly, hesitantly underneath the, in places, broken and crumbling castle wall. And you notice one thing, that the door maybe isn't as large as you would expect. Tall, perhaps. Inside, give me a perception or investigation check if you.
A small door. Who lives here? Small
like-
dragon?
Like,
14.
like 7
I
foot
got
tall. It's not huge.
21.
Sorry, Shawn, how tall?
Like 7 foot tall door.
So I sort of ducked down.
Duck down
Oh,
a
you
little.
kept it to this door.
21. There is a inscription on the sort of crusted over. You can see part of it showing out from underneath some ice on the inner. So the outer wall. You go through that, and then there's the keep, which has the big hole in it up above. But the door to the keep has an inscription over it. That's a little crusted over, but if you break away the ice, you could probably try to read it.
All right. I think I might want to do that because I'm going to want to probably write down this inscription in my layout of my map of this area.
You got a firebolt or anything to warm that ice up?
I do have a firebolt. Do I have to roll to hit?
No,
Okay.
no, you're good.
Then I will use a cantrip of firebolt to melt that
All right.
crusted ice.
Who speaks Dwarven?
I feel like a
Ooh.
bunch of us do.
Anyone speak Dwarven?
Yeah, I think I do. I
do.
definitely do.
I do as well.
All right.
I read Dwarven.
So this is. So you see a couple things. You see, once you melt the sun off, or the ice, once you use the firebolt to melt the ice off, you see a symbol that you recognize before, that you've seen before, and it is the symbol, the crescent, the symbol of the cult of the shadowed sun.
Oh.
And the dwarven ruins translate roughly to Castle of Sindir. Syndir would be a rough translation there. So, symbol of the cult of the shadowed sun, underneath, basically Sindir's castle. And that's what it says.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a tablet here. But that's why we're here, right? To collect the tablet from Snowcrest?
Yes.
Yes.
So we are definitely going to have to search this place.
Okay.
But hopefully we're not going to search it with a dragon on our tails. We should take care of the dragon outside of the lair and then come back in.
Sure.
And hopefully with the dragon dead, all of the freezing rain and fog will slowly disappear.
That's quite an assumption. Could just be weird weather patterns here. And that's why they built their castle here.
Yes, it's such a lovely place to build a vacation home.
People like that.
Well, I don't want to. I don't know. I guess there's always the risk, though, that we'll be looking for the tablet and we'll just be all like warm and sweaty.
So, are we saying that we can look for the tablet without even fighting the dragon?
Oh, I start looking.
I mean,
You want to go?
I think we're going to end up having to fight the dragon before we look for the tablet.
I found it. It's right there.
Are you going inside the second door?
It's not like this is a museum and it, has a list of all of the different displays.
The rooms.
Yes, you can
Dragon's
find
Lair
the
down the hall to the left. You are here.
tablet second floor.
All right. Should we go in? Dragon's probably not just inside this door. We could probably go and look around in this immediate
to
area.
give you a size, to give you an idea of the scale of this castle, it is probably 100 feet by 100 feet by 100 feet on the outside walls. This is not a huge castle.
Okay.
The wall that you passed through was maybe 3 or 4 feet. It doesn't have. You see some stairs on the inside, some crumbling staircases that go up to it. So it's wide enough for someone to walk on top of it, but not wide enough to be having inside, for instance.
All right. So there's a real good chance the dragon's right on the other side of this door.
Oh, I was telling you that to indicate that this thing you're about to go in it's way smaller than the one that you saw for the black dragon.
All right. So there's a low chance. That the
maybe
dragon's
this isn't. Maybe this is within the enchanted or whatever you want to call it area, but it's not the actual lair.
Yeah. As you were walking around, it felt like maybe a 5 to 6 mile radius of this weird weather thing, and you probably only walked maybe a mile or a mile and a half to get to this broken down castle.
Okay.
Probably less than that because you saw the shadows of it from outside. So yeah, you're on the outskirts of this odd weather phenomena.
All right. Well, then.
Dromm goes
we
inside.
know.
Yeah.
All right, Dromm, you push open the door, the sturdy wooden door, and it sort of falls off. Its rusted hinges finally giving away, and it into the snow that's drifted through some of the open windows. But inside, the snow is mostly clear of snow. The immediate thing you notice all around inside here are frozen bodies of dwarves. Dozens of them. Most of them, you sort of look at the one nearest to you, and it has sort of a face frozen in fear and agony. And around the area, you see more of that. In the center, at the center, there is a raised dais with a throne on top. And as you get closer to it, you see the frozen body of a dwarf with a silvered helm on his head still.
Well, I'm definitely taking that.
Does the silver helm look like the one that was in the tomb?
Give me an investigation check.
Seven.
It looks like it's the same metal. It's definitely a different design. More than that, you're not really sure. Dromm, if you want to pry it off his head, you'll just have to sort of chip at it a little bit.
Ugh.
No problem.
Warm his head up. I would come out.
Dromm, as you're manhandling this helm off of a frozen dwarf, you notice a glint of silver around the skeletal neck.
Well, I'd say to myself, once I get this helm off, I'm going to go for the neck, too.
All right, you get the helm off.
I put it on. Feel like, how do I look?
You're the king now.
It doesn't fit.
It does not fit.
It's
It's
on
like
top
it's
of the
perched.
head. Though.
Yeah, it's perched
like...
on top of the head. Sure.
Yeah.
Perched on top of the head. That's what we're looking at here. Yeah.
Can't be king, man.
So I got a silvered helm. Excellent. And then I think there's this other thing here too.
Yeah,
Is it a necklace maybe?
it is a necklace.
Does that silvered helm prevent aliens from listening to your thoughts?
Could be useful.
Or does it have to be made out of aluminum or
We
tinfoil?
can't cast message through it.
I
Yeah,
definitely
try
want this.
casting message.
So I try to put them out of mind, and I'm looking at the necklace
Yeah,
to see if I can.
sort of chip away. Chip, 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 chip. The chain, which is not the most robust of chains, sort of breaks as you're like trying to pull the thing out. But you get out the main thing that I was supporting, which is a pendant. Give me a religion check. Any of you guys can. Assuming Dromm, are you showing this to your friends?
Yeah, no secrets. So my religion check is a 1. So I'm pretty sure that this is a secular pendant.
What about Lily? You've been educated a bit in
15?
21.
21.
I have been to Elf Church.
You need to be at a dwarf church.
Yeah, Lily knows it's religious.
Am I thinking that this is going to be Cult of the Shadowed Sun related?
Not. You're surprised it's not.
No.
You're surprised it's not Cult of the Shadowed Sun related. And it seems to have, in its motif, snowflakes, but like, it evokes frozenness, but not really like snowflakes are beautiful. These aren't beautiful. Vinny, you're looking at this, and you're remembering growing up in Lucknow and learning about a goddess of the winter who you remember sort of fell under the more evil side of the pantheon, and that you vaguely remember something about the dwarven following of this goddess. Yeah, that's what you got. Can't quite remember her name.
I relay that information. This doesn't look good for these dwarves.
No.
Well, I'm still gonna keep the helm, but if anyone wants the pendant,
I'll hold on to the pendant.
Would you wear it? Like, make you short?
Well, the chain is broken right now, so
True.
I'll just put it in a pocket.
so it's the goddess of the winter pendant.
Yeah. That in a pocket.
I think I accidentally rolled another religion check. I don't know why.
You can have enough religion checks.
Yeah.
Do any of these other dwarves look like they've got anything good?
Well, I was gonna ask Vinny, if you know so much about the pendant, is the helm like the same design, or is this something else?
Vinny is looking at the helm. Do you also speak Dwarvish, Vinny?
Yes.
The rune at the center of the helm is an S, matching the S of the Castle of Sindar.
Oh, yes.
You get the feeling that this might have been the owner of the castle.
Yes, this helm belongs to this castle. This is the Sindar people.
Gotcha. Yeah, it certainly used to.
These guys lived here.
Yeah, you can see that the keep did have multiple floors, and the sort of the curving staircase that went up to them is broken at the piece where the large chunk of it has been sort of ripped apart, and that's the snow that is, the layers of snow that are in here sort of drifted or bluffed to one side. It probably came in through the gaping hole.
Can we tell how any of these guys died?
Looks like they're
Yeah,
frozen.
give me a medicine check.
Oh,
Medicine check. Don't get to do those very often.
oh, -1 for me. Here we go. And I rolled a nat 1 and I got a 0.
They're definitely frozen. I mean, that didn't help. They're not
Was
getting
it
any
the
warmer.
claws though, or was it the
I have no clue how these guys died.
You notice that a lot of them are sort of just like.
I also got a nat 1,
Um,
but I have a +1, so I got a 2.
wow.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
What do we know about medicine?
Dromm, yeah, you guys are you're just looking at the ones that are like, and it just like looks like they're straight up frozen. Dromm, you find a couple with huge rends in their torsos, all of which is now, of course, frozen over. But they look like they got raked by something large and sharp.
Gotcha. Well, I think these guys were attacked by something, but I don't know. Maybe the other guys were like just mimes or something.
I'm curious about the mime ones. Like,
If we firebolt them, do you think they'll come back to life?
you want to heat them up?
Well, I mean,
You got Speak with Dead? Speak with Dead would be pretty good right about now.
no, we used
Sir Penn have Speak with the Dead? Look
I don't
that up.
think so.
I have detect thoughts.
Ooh, detect thoughts. Not super useful in this situation.
I
They do not have thoughts. They are dead.
have charm person, not charm corpse.
And I don't have a lot of spells, even though I'm an elder knight, eldritch knight.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't have anything currently equipped. Plus, he's not with you, technically. All right.
Well, these guys aren't going to help us. Okay.
Can we see if any of the other ones are wearing a similar snowflake symbol on them?
Ooh, great question. You go around and you don't see any other pendants like that one. Yeah, a lot of them have armor with the S sigil, but not. Yeah, I mean, and there are weapons. If you wanted some dwarven warhammers, you could pick those up.
Are those
Shields.
two-handed?
Dwarven warhammers. Great question. Don't know off the top of my head.
I mean, because I have a great axe, which is two-handed, and I only use it for decapitation purposes.
Sure. As you do.
Use a lot, do you?
More than you'd
I used it
expect.
once.
I have some great daggers. They're not two-handed. They're just great.
You'd have to thaw anything you want to get. But let's see. What do we got? We got anything useful here?
I mean, I've got my weapons of choice, which is my family heirloom scimitar and my silver +3 dagger. So I don't necessarily want any additional weapons.
So, is there like
Property is versatile, so I think you can do it one or two-handed.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it could
one
be
or two hands.
I guess if you're strong enough.
1d8 if it's one-handed, 1d10 if it's two-handed.
Yeah, you do more damage if you use both hands, but then you lose that versatility. So you could either have one in each hand and do dual wielding for 2d8 each with their own hit, but
It does look like it does look like Cinder had no weapons with him. And he was sitting in the throne.
Is it dusty? Can we see like any footprints or anything?
No, I mean there is snow, like there's if it's yeah, I mean this area gets a lot of freezing rain. I'm not gonna say it never snows, but there's no dust certainly, and the only tracks that you see are the ones that you guys created. Don't need an investigation check to know that.
Yeah, I got nothing in my bag.
so
to help.
if he's sitting there, it almost seems as though he was expecting, or no one was expecting. Like, does he look like he's distraught in his chair? He's a skeleton?
Well, right, sorry. Yeah, no, they're frozen bodies, so I'm sorry. He was not a skeleton.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's how you can see their expressions.
like preserved.
Does
Yeah,
he
they're
look
like preserved.
he's
He
in a
looks
frightened state?
he looks resigned. I would say
Like,
resigned.
I
is the
knew this
expression.
was going to happen,
Yeah, I mean,
and
he's not.
just accept.
He's definitely not horror-stricken. He's definitely not happy. Just kind of looks resigned.
Yep, this is my life now.
Most of the people around him are horror-stricken or, in agony. Most of the ones with the gouges taken out of them are in agony.
Yeah. I mean, how big are these scars?
Pretty big.
All right. It's not a single weapon, but it looks like it's a multiple sharp, more of a claw than a...
More of claw damage, if you had to guess, from a rather large claw.
Okay, so likely Snowcrest.
Likely Snowcrest.
Okay. And this guy here on the dais doesn't seem to be all that surprised that this is happening. But yet he's here. Like, so if he knew that it was going to be the end and didn't want it to be the end.
This was his last stand.
No, he wasn't even standing up against it.
Oh,
he's sitting there.
Yeah, he knew.
He's just like, meh, all right, well, can't do much about this. But yet Snowcrest just froze him to death? Because if he has no wounds...
Or scared him. Scared him to death. All right. So where are the exits?
The exits are the door that Dromm accidentally busted the hinges off. There is a crumbling staircase up, and that's all you can readily see.
Crumbling staircase, crumbling staircase.
All right, shall we go up it?
Yeah.
It's slippery.
It's definitely slippery. It's like
I'm using a walking stick.
It's stone coated in ice.
Can I fireball it? Or not firebolt.
You could firebolt repeatedly to melt it. I will say that there is a large chunk taken out of the staircase about halfway up. You'll need to, if you want to go to the floor above, you'll need to navigate that somehow.
Okay. Well, I could probably do kinetic jaunt. Let's see here. Kinetic jaunt.
Kinetic jaunt.
Yeah, I
That is
magically
kinetic
empower my
jaunt.
movement with dance-like steps, giving myself the following benefits for the duration.
What?
Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. You don't provoke opportunity of attacks. You can move through the space of another creature, and it doesn't
Whoa.
count as a difficult terrain. And then if you end your turn in another creature's space, you are shunted to the last unoccupied space you occupied, and you take 1d8 force damage. Well,
Who
and
picks up kinetic jaunt?
I did because I thought that it would be good as a fighter to be able to move faster and not provoke opportunity of attacks.
Okay.
I mean, that does sound useful. I've never heard that. That is amazing. Is it a feat? Is it a feat?
It's a spell.
Oh, it's a spell.
Yeah, it's a bonus action spell, second level spell.
Bonus action. All right. Heck, kinetic jaunt. Sure, yeah.
Jaunt right up the staircase then.
Well, I don't
would
think
help
it will
with that.
help. I don't think it helped. I'm not provoking any attacks of opportunity, so
From the staircase.
You could have
Yeah.
Dromm throw you across.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
never toss a drawer. I mean, so how big is this chunk? Like 3-4 steps?
Yeah, it's probably about 6 feet across.
All right, are there banisters?
Are there banisters? No, there don't seem to be banisters. A
No.
fairly wide staircase. It's like,
Dromm picks up Lily and throws her.
all right, give me an acrobatics check, Dromm. And Lily, actually.
Well,
Or
I feel like his
athletics for
strength-
Dromm. Yeah, you could do
all right,
athletics.
acrobatics for me is a 24.
19.
All right, yeah. You guys are talking about it, like judging the distance, and Dromm's just like, whew, and throws Lily across. Lily, you hit on the stone fairly hard. You know, bash your shin a bit, but you're good. You scrabble on. You quickly do a little firebolt to get your footing, and you
With
are.
a 24, I should have landed that like a
it's-
pro.
You were unexpected. I mean, you didn't fault your. Good. You're good. You're there.
All right.
Little bruise.
All right. So then I turn to Vinny and pick him up and throw him.
Yes, I'm going up the stairs.
All right. Lily like scrambles out of the way. Vinny, give me an acrobatics, and Dromm, give me an athletics.
Oh, sorry. Acrobatics or athletics?
Your choice.
Athletics would be much better in this case. 12.
12. All right. What do you got, Vinny?
22.
22. You're a little bigger. I mean, you're an elf, so you're not like super heavy, but you're a little bigger than Lily. Dromm tosses you. You sort of like, you do one of those things where you're like poof, onto the step, and you're like, luckily Lily had just firebolted it, so it's like pretty dry, and you get your hands on it, but you're like hanging a little half off. Lily picks you up though. You're both safely on the upper side of the stairs.
All right. Now,
Thank you,
Dromm,
Lily.
how are you coming up here? Because no one can throw.
Great. So I create my echo and then send him across and then swap places with him.
Oh, so good.
Look at that. I was going to pass Mage Hand down so you could grab it and I'd pull you up. But it's not attached to me,
All
so it
right,
wouldn't.
Ostrid stays at the bottom. Nonsense you guys are doing. You.
Ostrid can fly up if he really wanted to.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. You guys continue
Like,
up.
that's a big nope for me. Thanks.
It is a fairly simple construction. There's a couple of rooms. You look in one, and it is looks like maybe multiple people had slept there. There's a trunk. You can pry that open with a mix of force and firebolt. You see some dwarven clothes inside. Fairly good condition, honestly. Inside a well-built trunk and frozen outside, and so not much anything growing on it. Yeah, you got
Open
some.
the trunk.
Yeah,
Open the trunk.
Oh, I think
you
you
got
said
some. You got some ancient dwarven clothes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Please put me.
Got a bag of holding with you? Yeah, Vinny's got one, right?
Yeah, I think
Alright.
Aunt Burma might like this.
There you
Oh,
go.
you think-
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's finery.
I mean,
Nice.
there's some pieces in here that I like. I might be able to fit into this. I'm still on the
Yeah, yeah.
smaller side.
All right. Um, you kick/force open the door to the other room, and this looks like the master bedroom, as it were. Table off to the side with a mirror frosted over, and a washing basin, fine porcelain washing basin underneath. Large bed, an equally larger trunk at its foot. A desk in the corner. Anything that was on it is blown or deteriorated. But there's a trunk at the base of that bed as well.
Is there anything in the desk? Like, is it just a table that's used as a desk, or is there like a thing that can be lifted or a drawer that could be opened?
There is a drawer. You can firebolt/pry that open. You see some quills and an ink pot.
Frozen
Like
ink pot.
Frozen ink pot, exactly.
That's all right. I'll take them anyway.
All
They will
right.
defrost at some point. And we'll open that trunk too.
All right.
Is it a mimic?
It is not a mimic, but it is locked.
Oh, Vinny, you're pretty good at
Oh,
lockpicking.
yeah, I can pick that.
All right, you go to town on it. Roll some d6 for me.
I forget how to pick it. How many d6s do I need?
Well, it was something about your proficiency plus your something else.
It's not sleight of hand, it's just general proficiency +4. A proficiency bonus.
Well, you get like four d6s plus
Plus one
something.
for the tools. Yeah, so roll 5d6 and tell me how many sixes you get. Or no, how many ones you get.
I
forget
got
how we do this. It's been a
I
while.
got 2 ones.
2 ones. All right, you're good. You're good. All right, you open up this chest. You look inside, and there are. This looks like primarily male dwarven clothing. Again, very fine quality. The wrapped underneath the clothing, or wrapped in some oilcloth underneath the clothing, is a blade, a sword. And you it is its blade is a light silverish blue.
Ooh.
And the hilt of it looks like a sort of a snow leopard's mouth that's like gaping wide open, and that's where you'd put your hand, like. But it is a. It looks like the hilt of it, and the hilt of it. It looks like the same metal that the helm is made of, and the blade perhaps is a composite of that and another metal. But it glistens sort of with this energy. You know it's a special blade.
Ugh. I hold it up. Look what's in here.
Ooh.
It also has, it has a scabbard with it.
That looks
So-
cool.
It is
I
a
recently-
short sword. It is a short sword.
Yes, I recently got the horn of animals. So does someone else want? Is someone interested in this?
I mean, I have my weapons that I'm pretty good with. I have a really nice dagger, and my scimitar I wouldn't get rid of just because it's a family heirloom.
Okay.
So
I would try using it, but I didn't want to hog too much stuff.
Yeah, I know. I have a pretty good short sword already, so I don't know if you want to hang on to it at least until we can ask Sir Pen, and if you like it in the meantime, maybe it's yours.
Yeah. So I have a good short sword too. I don't know how to tell if it's better than mine, but my short sword does not glow. It is silvered. So got that. All right.
well, that one looks like it's definitely silver. So
Mm.
Feel
Alright.
like it's a magical blade.
Can I equip it for now and just give it a hang on to it a bit? See how
Yeah.
it feels.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What I'm gonna do.
All right. Note that down somehow.
Written down, place on. Never forget.
All right.
if you don't mind red.
And I can
Whoops. No. Lost our fake sip pen.
Oh, the pen is gone.
Our fake sir pen. All right. Yeah, you have a little bit of a view from the outside, although the fog pretty much ruins everything that's there.
Is it what's it sound like in here? Is it quiet?
It's definitely quiet.
Mm.
Are you blowing a horn?
No. I mean, we've been making noise walking around and like opening trunks and stuff. I was just
Yeah.
curious if I can hear anything with my big elf ears. Anything out of the ordinary. I don't know why. I just felt like maybe this place feels like it's deserted and has been quiet for a really long time.
That is definitely true.
Yep. Now we're here making noise. There's a
Would
dragon. Is
Vinny-
he sleeping?
Would Vinny have had enough time to attune to his helm of conjuring animals?
The horn?
The horn.
Yeah, yeah. You're attuned to the horn, sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You want me to conjure some rabbits?
No, I was just curious if that was ready to go.
I think she wants me to blow a giant horn.
Should you ever need us? Yes. Should you need us?
Wake up, dragon!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I do not do that.
How are you guys gonna get back down?
Echo
Get
Knight.
what?
Get back down. Oh, there's only the one area up here?
There's the two rooms. That's basically it.
I've got Featherfall.
Well, how high up is it?
Not that high up.
Oh, I do like a double or triple flip.
All right, between Vinny's dexterity and Lily's featherfall, and although that'll cost a spell slot, so I don't know if you really want to
Yeah, no.
get
I
down.
don't think
Dromm can Echo Knight down and catch you if you jump. It'll be great.
Okay. It'll be like the scene in The Princess Bride.
Oh, lady.
Hello, lady.
Exactly. That's right.
I saw these horses,
Oh,
and I
These
thought,
horses.
there's four of us.
plus the lady.
Horses.
There are four of us.
Wow,
All
so
right.
there's not much else in this little area here?
No. If there was ever anything else, it's either deteriorated over time or been taken otherwise.
Okay. So, I guess we have to head back outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no tablet here, sorry.
Well, of course the tablet wouldn't be here. You think
Why
the
not?
dragon's gonna let that just be off all willy-nilly?
Who knows? Maybe it's dragon doesn't care about tablets.
Well, here's the thing. The
Possible.
tablet was originally in the tomb of the other guys. So the dragon has it very close to wherever it finds its most protective spot.
True. True story.
True story, huh?
And I'm sticking with it.
All right.
You guys want to go deeper into the fog, or you can go get Serpen and go deeper into the fog, or we could end for tonight, honestly. You know,
Should we?
Yeah, if Serpen's not going to be here, I certainly don't want to go specifically after the dragon.
Oh boy. Yeah, maybe we should.
I mean, we definitely found where the dragon is going to be.
Yes. Yes, there's a very high likelihood you will encounter a dragon next session.
Oh,
What you
man.
do with that dragon is up to you, of course.
We tame it and make friends with it.
There you go. Perfectly
We
valid.
ride it.
Well, I mean, it would be nice to have a dragon on our side.
Would be nice.
We could just try.
Just try.
I mean, if the dragon's like hells no, then all we have to do is then kill it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy.
be our friend or die.
Join us or die, right?
Join us or die. Can you do any less?
Can you do no less?
Does anyone have Charm Dragon?
If he turns into person form, I can cast Charm Person.
There you go.
Is that true? Like if a dragon is in a humanoid form, that
I suspect that a dragon would just use his legendary resistance to
okay.
not be charmed.
I could polymorph myself into a big lizard and then cast Charm Person. Into a lizard, another person is another lizard, right? And so I'd be casting Charm Lizard on this dragon. This makes complete sense.
Wow. I'll have to figure out if that works next time.
All right.
Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time on BND Live.